Guess what? If you have been trying to get freelance writing clients and you have been failing, there is a very good chance there is one thing you are not doing. And if you are doing this one thing, you're not doing it well enough. This video is going to tell you exactly how to actually get clients by not doing a whole lot more than you're already doing. It's actually kind of mind-blowing the more people don't do this. So if you want more work and more money, probably more friends, keep watching. Let's not beat around the bush. What's that one thing? Following up. If you're doing what you should be doing, then you've been sending cold emails. You've got a list of dozens, if not hundreds of people that you can reach out to that might be interested in your freelance writing services. But, well, first off, most people don't even get that far. They go to like a few job boards and they're like, yeah, I'm gonna apply for this job. And then they're not gonna get it. And they're gonna be like, freelance writing's dead. I can't get any work because I didn't get that one job I applied for that I wasn't even qualified for. If you're doing this correctly, you've got a spreadsheet. You're going down the list. You're sending 5 to 10 personalized emails a day, reaching out to people, building personal relationships, and hopefully finding new clients. But here's the thing, even people that do that much, here's the thing that they don't do. They don't follow up very often. They think if they don't get a response on the first email, the person's not interested. But here's the thing, I was recently shown this chart, and I'm not sure how accurate it is, but the idea behind it is very true. It says 48% of salespeople will never follow up with a prospect. 25% of salespeople will not follow up more than once, 12% will only make contact 3 times, then they'll stop, and only 10% of salespeople follow up more than those 3 times. That in and of itself is like, okay, well those 10% of people, they're super pushy and annoying. But here's the kicker, here's the other part of that chart. 2% of all sales are made on the first contact. 3% are made after the second contact, 5% of sales are made after the third contact, 10% of sales are made after the fourth contact, and 80% of sales are made on the 5th to the 12th contact. So if you are giving up after the first try, then you're leaving a whole lot of opportunity on the table. If you're giving up after the second, the third, or the fourth try, you're leaving a whole lot of sales on the table. But how do you do this and not be annoying to people? Well, let's talk about it. Here's the reality about cold email. When you are reaching out to someone, the likelihood of them looking for a freelance writer of your skill set and your quality right at the time they get that email from you, it's not gonna be super likely. Sure, it happens, and that's why you're persistent and you keep sending emails because you will get work that way, but the chances are a lot of these people might be thinking about getting a writer in the future. They might not be thinking about getting a writer at all, and down the line, they're like, oh hey, I need a writer. Hey, what about that one guy that reached out to me a few months ago? So you're not necessarily looking or expecting to get a new client right off that first email. You've got to follow up. You've got to stay relevant. So how do you do that the proper way? I'm not gonna lie to you. I get so many crappy emails from people. They're not personalized, perhaps they were written by AI, and then you get follow-ups like every day that are also not personalized, and it drives me crazy. Those people give a bad rap to the people that do it properly, because in most cases when you're following up, you're actually doing the other person a favor. People will email me all the time, and then they will follow up. Some of them do a good job at it, some of them do a terrible job at it, but if I'm not in a point right that second where what they're offering is something that I need or is not a really good opportunity for me, I'm just gonna ignore it. I get too many of those emails to respond to every single one. But if that person follows up on a regular basis, there's a good chance that I will be interested somewhere down the line. So here is exactly how to follow up in a way that's gonna get you more work and not make you seem sleazy at the same time. So first off, you send a cold email. This is going to be personalized, it's going to be well written. You're gonna take some time and thought on this email. If you don't get a reply in 4 to 5 days, reply to that same email thread so they can see the original email. I hate it when people follow up in a new email thread and reference the thing from their old email thread that I might not have even seen. So just reply to that thread with 1 to 2 sentences that are personalized that let you know, hey, I'm just checking in, no big deal, totally understand if you're not interested in this time, but wanted to follow up in case you were and you just missed this. Now, what a lot of people are gonna do is they're gonna set automated follow-ups and they're gonna follow up every like 2 days. Hey, did you get this? Hey, did you get this? Just checking in, just moved to the top of your inbox. Don't be that person. Set a reasonable cadence that spreads out the time between follow-ups as you go down the line. So for your first follow-up, it's 4 to 5 days after the initial email. That next one, do a week after that. After that, make it 2 weeks after that one, then a month after that one, then maybe a quarter after that. So you're continuing to check in on a regular basis, but you're spreading it out far enough that you're not being annoying, but you're also spreading it out far enough so things may have changed if they haven't replied earlier on. A month later, a quarter later, a lot can change for people, and so they might be in a better position to actually reply. So there's a couple ways to go about this follow-up. Some people prefer to just use a manual spreadsheet and track it that way. I think there are automated services that work a lot better. Personally, I really like the tool Streak for Gmail. It essentially turns your Gmail inbox into a CRM. It's free to use, and I found it to do everything that I need it to do. One other cool feature about Streak is that it allows you to see if someone has opened your email and how many times they've opened it. So if you've seen in the last 24 hours that it's been opened 4 times, then maybe they are engaged. Maybe they've been forwarding it to their coworkers. Maybe they've been trying to figure out how to respond. Knowing that, you might then follow up a little bit sooner than you might have otherwise. If time keeps going on and you've noticed they haven't opened your email at all, that might be a reason to up the cadence, because you're not necessarily going to be annoying if they haven't even seen your previous emails. And one of the most useful tools of Streak is you can automate your follow-ups. So while that person is top of mind, while you've got their personal details ready to go in front of you, you can write those 5 automated emails. And so you can make sure that they're extra personal, and you can set them up at whatever cadence you want to go out. Just make sure that if they do respond, that you then stop those automated emails so that you, well, don't embarrass yourself. So honestly, the whole point of this video was just to say, follow up. You've done all the hard work. You've researched the person. You've found a lead. You've spent a lot of time crafting a thoughtful initial email. So spend the extra 2 minutes to write the follow-ups to make sure that you're actually giving yourself the best shot of building a relationship, of finding a new client, and just genuinely being helpful for someone who might need your help either right now or sometime in the future. If you got some value out of this, my name's Sean Ogle. I'm the founder of this thing here at Location Rebel, where we teach you how to make money on the internet with your words. If you enjoyed this, maybe consider thumbs up, subscribe, do all the things. And if you're looking for help building your freelance writing business, well, I got you. Go to locationrebel.com/FWG, stands for Freelance Writer's Guide. You're gonna get our free Freelance Writer's Guide, as well as our 6-day course that teaches you how to build a sustainable business on the internet. So thank you so much for watching. Now go write some follow-ups to all those emails that you haven't followed up with. And I promise, good things are likely to happen. Have a great day. We'll see you on the next video.